Hey, Beer 2, back with another beer review. Today we're looking at another one from Ballast Brewing Company. This is their Big Eye India Pale Ale. This is one of two of their regular IPAs that they make, the other one being Sculpin, which I already reviewed. I know many of you enjoy that one. That particular beer is one of my favorite IPAs in San Diego County. But today we're looking at Big Eye. Big Eye is an interesting IPA in the fact that they use nothing but Centennial hops in the beer. So if you want to know what Centennial hops do as far as the bittering, aroma, flavor process, and possibly even dry hopping for even more aroma, then this is definitely a beer to check out. This one's a little lower than some of the other IPAs you'll see, like Sculpin's at 7%. This one's at a 6% ABV. They do not list the IBUs on it, but it did win a bronze medal at the 2002 World Beer Cup. And I don't know if it's won anything recently, but Ballast Point just recently won the 2010 Small Brewery of the Year award. Alright, so let's take a look at Big Eye. Very, very clear beer. Not getting a whole lot of carbonation, low carbonation. A little over aggressive pour. Poured me about 2 fingers of off-white head. Got a mixture of large and small bubbles going in there. Color-wise, this is it's a gold with maybe a little bit of orangish tint to it. But let's get the nose on this. Yeah, it's what I expected. If you've ever had the opportunity to smell Centennial hops, well, there you go. This is exactly what they smell like. It is a huge citrusy hop. It's often referred to as like super cascade. I know if you've ever had Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, some other West Coast beers using cascade hops. Centennial is kind of like a beefed up version of that. It's higher in alpha acid, so you can use it for more bitterness in the hop, but it also has a huge citrus aroma, and that's immediately what you get on this beer. Yeah, just a ton of citrus. Although I tend to get almost a slight bit of like a tropical fruit notes on it as well, but it's mostly kind of like an orange, grapefruity, in that ballpark. So let's take a taste of this one. Cheers. Very nice IPA. Ballast Point, they know how to do IPAs. Also check out my Black Marlin Porter. Their porter's excellent as well. Once again, this is a brewery I've yet to be disappointed with. And look at that, it's leaving some nice lacing on this glass. Up front, you're just hit with the citrus hops. The flavor follows the nose on this one. Good amount of bitterness in it. And yeah, that Centennial just gives you a bit of a grapefruit up front. And then midway through, you actually get some of that malt backbone coming in. And I'm going to try to pick up some of the malt flavors. Yeah, the malts adds a nice like caramel-like sweetness to it. It's a fairly dry finish, definitely medium-bodied IPA. But this one, yeah, the caramel, they must be using some decent amount of caramel malts. I think, in fact, they actually say on well, they say with toasty toffee-like flavors, blend of their barleys. But yeah, it's somewhere in that region. I'm picking up like a little more caramel malt characteristic to it. But it does, the malt has enough to come in, and it does balance it out somewhat at the end. It's not completely hop forward. It is a bitter beer. But in the finish, the malt does come back to push the hops back a little bit with some of the sweetness of it. So to recap up front, you get the like grapefruity citrus-like quality. It's not a completely sour grapefruit. It's a little more sweet grapefruit, and then midway through, the bitterness of the hops really comes forward, but then the malt backbone comes in, gives it a caramelly sweet taste, and then it finishes somewhat on the dry side. Can't find a whole lot wrong with this beer. This is a very excellent IPA. I'm going to give this one an A. It's got pretty much everything you want in a West Coast style IPA. It's got the citrus character. It is a little more hop forward, but there still is a little bit of balance going on with the malt. But well done, Ballast Point. You definitely have deserved this award based on what I've tasted from your brewery. So until next time, guys, please comment and subscribe to the channel. Cheers.